What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitter? Hey, it's your boy Billy Ratliff for the Volunteer Roadshow. Hey, and I got my man here with me today, guys. The Bayou, the man from the boot, Mr.
Yeah.
Dugas, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm lovely. Lovely, man. Enjoying this great season by the Tigers, man. Just truly remarkable, man. Going to try to get this national championship, man.
Hey, well, you got a chance, man. You boys are rolling, man. I can just think about a couple months ago, and we was talking about what we think the records was going to be, and I know, and I remember, man. I remember you saying 8-4, man. And like, yeah, you was trying to be, yeah, you was hard on your boys, man. You was hard on them, man. Hey, I
I
remember you. I
don't think
think,
I
I
was
think you,
quite
I
that
think you
hard,
gave A&M
man.
more props than anything, man.
Oh man, nah, man. Hey, I didn't see this, but I seen a pretty good team, man. I liked what I seen in spring ball, man. The whole offensive scheme, them running the hurry up, just how comfortable and accurate Jambalaya Joe looked out there. Now I didn't think he would be this good, like Heisman Trophy winning good. I'd be lying if I said that, but man, just amazing, man. The receivers, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a guy who honestly early in the year I wanted the freshmen, man. I wanted,
I
the
remember.
5-star guys to get
I,
out there.
I
And
remember.
man, boy, did he prove me wrong, man. Just been an amazing, versatile running back, man. Similar like a Darren Sproles, coming out the
Yes,
backfield, running
yes.
routes, catching the ball, running between the tackles. The receiving core been amazing.
Ooh.
Jamar Chase won the Bolitnikoff tonight, man. like
I,
like
I,
that's just
man,
awesome, man.
I didn't know which one
And
was gonna win it. Hey.
yeah, man, they all pretty good, man. But shout out to those guys, man. Shout out to Coach O, who just I mean the job he's done, man. Just to the recruiting to get these young men to buy in, to bring in Joe Brady, the passing game coordinator, when he realized that this offense was, not going to get it done.
Mhm.
To go from basically getting shut out by Alabama last year to going to Tuscaloosa and scoring almost 50,
Whew.
is just like that's just coaching and just attention to detail and understanding, things you got to make. And his post game press conference, man, when he talked about the state of Louisiana, what this means is just as a Louisiana native, man, it just gives you chills, man.
Yeah,
And I don't know if we're gonna ever get a quarterback this good again, but I
well,
mean, he gives me confidence that this may not be a one time thing. Like we may be here to at least compete year in and year out, man. And it's been amazing, yo.
man, it's there, man. I'm telling you, man. That's. I kept telling everybody about Coach O, man. Coach O, he's a coach, man. He's a player's coach, man. That's what you want in
Hmm.
coaches, man. And then when you have a coach, a defensive lineman coach as the head coach,
Yeah, yeah,
oh
yes,
man, it gets scary,
yes.
man. And he came in, man, and he did what he had to do, man. And he brought that passion in, he brought that Cajun in, he bought into the whole situation, man. You know, if you didn't know Coach O, you swear he was born and raised right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has
Right, right.
brought that flavor, that
Yeah,
sauce, everything to the table, man. I mean, he wasn't talking like that when he was at Ole Miss. Coach O, he he has done it, man. He's doing everything. And then you said something about the quarterback.
yeah,
Man, you guys about to have every quarterback falling in your plates now, man. Because when you have a offensive scheme like that, and you can tell them that, hey, I had Drew Brees doing this. Now you can tell them, look what happened
yeah.
when I got a hold of this nobody, and guess who he is now? He's about to be the first quarterback
Right.
taken in the draft.
Exactly.
You know, I always
Yeah.
knew the man had the mechanics, man. He had the mechanics. It's just all about getting that right coach to make you buy and believe in it. You know, I told everybody about our quarterback over here we got here. Look at him now. They
Mm-hmm.
finally broke it down to him, did the basic stuff, and now he's got his confidence back up. Now they saying he's all
Right.
right. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like last year, you know, what they were trying to do to Joe, man. They were trying to kick Joe out of Louisiana, man.
Oh yeah, man. After that Bama game, we
Ooh.
sitting around because I started calling him Jambalaya Joe after the Auburn game. And then after the Bama game, I'm like, man, is this jambalaya or is this, just a bag of chips or something,
That's,
But he showed
that
he
was that
showed this year, man.
that was that fake dirty rice.
Yeah, man, that was dirty rice, man. Without no sausage or none of that other
Ooh.
stuff in there,
Ooh.
everybody loved, man. But he's even added more ingredients this year, man. Just wow, man. And what I love about Coach O is, it's something similar to like when Dabo Sweeney, became the full-time coach at Clemson. You need a staff. You understand your strengths and you understand your weaknesses. Like you said, his pedigree is the defensive line. Being physical. Being nasty, being mean. But he went get guys that could coach an offense. He relies on Dave Aranda, to run the defense. And I mean, for crying out loud, he takes pay cuts so these assistants, could get the money they deserve and they won't make any, lateral type of movements. Now, if a Power 5 job offer him or, an NFL job offer him, I mean, well, hey, you can't do nothing about that. But,
Yes.
To put it to where it takes that for this great coaching staff to get broken up, man, it's stability. It shows stability within a program, and it's something that the recruits are gonna notice and take heed to and be like, you know what? And they're seeing the brotherhood. They're seeing how much the players love each other, how much they having fun. The whole Louisiana culture. I mean, it's like a perfect marriage, man. I mean, and shout out to him, man, because, I like me, honestly, when we first gave him the full-time job, I kind of wanted Jimbo, just for the simple fact that, he has the pedigree. He won the national championship. He's coached quarterbacks to be in the first round of the draft. But, I mean, man, just what a job, especially after that Troy loss, man, a few years ago, which was on my birthday, by the way, and for him to come back, man, and have this team the way it is today, basically going to compete for a national championship, man, it's amazing. And I couldn't have been more proud of this team, man.
Man, I see you smiling ear to ear, man. I know how that feels, man. I know I've been part of that situation, man. And now, I'm seeing these teams and these coaches come together in the way they put it together, man. I mean, I said it about Coach O, man. I mean, I still go back to it. I'm like, to this day, I don't care what coach is out there coaching. If they don't have the right intangibles, man, that can relate to these kids and give their coaches the freedom to just
Right.
be coaches and not micromanage, that's when they start to work then, man. People work harder when they're having fun, man. And you see it with those kids over there, man. It's by halftime, they looking in the stand smiling, man. Get
Exactly.
ready for the party that night, man. That's how it's supposed to be done, man. You have fun,
Yeah.
and as much fun as they have had and as the winning they had, they're in the city of Baton Rouge, and you have yet to hear any bad kid getting in trouble, man. And you know how Baton Rouge
Exactly.
is, man.
Exactly.
You know, everybody now, every concert
Yeah,
down
it's a
there,
lot. It's a lot to do, man.
it's a lot, man. And for nothing, for none of the kids. I mean, even if they have got in trouble, guess what? We don't know about it
hmm
because
Right.
it was something minor that they can handle, and they're doing good. They're being successful, and Coach O is doing the right things with those kids, man. You know he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he probably have a
Yeah,
zero tolerance in that situation.
oh, oh yeah. Like he said tonight, because he won the Home Depot Coach of the Year award also,
Easy.
and he was mentioning like how it's kind of like parents. You love each and every one of your players. Like when you give them, you let them have fun, you reward them for good behavior, but it's time to get strict. It's time to lay down the law. And I remember, man, I think it was this off season or was it last? He was giving a press conference, and there was a couple of guys like on the field just bouncing the ball or doing something noisy to interfere his press conference, and he stopped the press conference to go let him have it. Like, hey, cut that noise or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and came back to his press conference. But then you see on the sideline, he's calm, he's high-fiving, he's smiling with the players. It's just a perfect blend. And like you said, whenever you having fun, everybody wants to come to work.
Yes.
Everybody is pulling their own weight. Everybody is
Yes.
looking out for each other. And it just makes the whole operation, whether it's football, a regular 9 to 5, no matter what it is, it makes the whole operation, more successful and more, pleasable for everyone. And I mean, it's been amazing, man. And I mean, at times it's still like, man, like we really this good, like wow, man, like we whipping people, man.
Oh,
And
shoot.
I'm just looking forward to these playoffs, man.
Hey,
I'm
man,
really looking forward to it, and I feel like we got just as good a chance as Oklahoma, Clemson, and Ohio State, to win the whole thing. And if that happens, I mean, oh man, the party that'll be out here, man. Like
oh,
it'll be one for
man,
the
man.
ages, man.
That happened. That might be a weekend where Coach O gonna have to actually call curfew. Cause them
Oh
boys, man,
yeah, man. That
them
that
boys
would
gonna
be
get back.
awesome.
They gonna get back home, and instead of being in Baton Rouge, they gonna go straight to the end. Oh, baby.
Oh yes. And then the championship game is in New Orleans this year. So if they win it there, man, oh man,
Oh
that
my God,
talking about a party, man. Talking about a party, man. I
man.
would love to be out there, man, if they did make it there, yo. So
I might
that
be.
would be
I might
amazing.
be
But
if they
still
make it.
got work to do, man.
Most definitely, man. But if they make it, I might be down. I might come home, man.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to
man.
be
Come
down there,
on, come
man.
on, at me, man.
That's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
but this will
special.
be a party, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
definitely, man.
So let's see. So you guys got Oklahoma, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, everybody's gonna have like Jalen. He's been there before. Been a couple of times.
Right, right.
This be his third time in the game.
Uh, yeah, third time in the playoffs, yo. Third
Man,
time.
that's crazy, man. And
Yeah, he a winner, man.
oh man, not a quarterback, man. I mean, I told people about that situation. I said, man, how you gonna sit here and tell me that this man is not good enough to start for your team? And I get what Nick did because he had another quarterback was just as good. And it's always,
Right,
the
right.
hot man at the time. That's how it works. But
Oh yeah,
I,
yeah.
I'm not sure what they did to keep Jalen there last year. But
Yeah, but apparently I think he was waiting to graduate though. I think
well, to make his process
because
to
I
leap
think
easier.
yeah, like okay, once I get this degree now I could go, okay, it's none of this other stuff and
You
I gotta
can't take
sit
yes.
out, I could just go straight
Mm-hmm.
somewhere wherever I want to go and play. So,
Yep. Yep.
he handled that pretty well. He seems like a good young man, and obviously he's a great player. I mean, he whipped up on LSU twice, man. When he was wearing those Alabama colors. So, I talked to a couple of Alabama fans, and they're already hollering, "Go Jalen!" So, So it's gonna be
Oh
interesting,
man.
man.
Yeah, they love Jalen now, but they put a foot on him when he was down there,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah. I said, well, he could
Uh,
have been your quarterback now, but
uh,
everything was 2-2, which I understand. But hey, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. And Lincoln Riley, man. That's rare to have a college coach, man, to have 3 straight quarterbacks, man. Be Heisman Trophy finalists and 3 quarterbacks with different styles of play.
yes,
That's amazing coaching by him, man.
very
So
amazing.
it's not gonna be easy for our defense, man. And offensively, I just feel like if we do what we've been doing, we come out focused and don't, drop the ball, don't let the moment get too big. I feel like our offense should be able to put up as many points as we want to. But defensively, it's gonna be tough, man.
Oh yeah.
Jalen is amazing. That receiver, CD Lamb, is a big time receiver, man.
Mhm.
So we got our work cut out for us, but it's gonna be in Atlanta. We should have like 85% of the fans in there. So looking forward to that, man. Hopefully get that W and get ready for this Clemson Ohio State winner.
Well, I'm telling you, man, this is a good game for y'all to work with him. If you guys can shut Jalen down, this game will be easy for y'all. But you know, this is every great defense's kryptonite, and as a type of quarterback Jalen is, he's very smart. He doesn't make mistakes. He's good with his legs. He knows when to tuck it and run it. He's basic what you guys got right down now.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more athletic, but this is going to be a challenge that if LSU comes out and do what they've been doing all season is by pounding it, getting it in the end zone quick, getting them off the field, defense 3 and out, and limit Jalen to making big plays. That's what that
Mhm.
offense is about, big plays. They love the big play. That's why his numbers are like that. That's just the way it works. And LSU they've done good, man, because them corners y'all got, man.
Man, how about that freshman, man?
Ooh, man,
True freshman Stingley, man. Just
man,
wow.
man,
And
man.
Fulton ain't chopped liver neither, man.
No,
Like,
man, no.
like
Oh,
those guys are amazing, man.
gosh, man. I
And then you
mean,
got the Jim Thorpe Award winner back there in Delpit.
mm,
Man, I'm
my
looking
bad.
forward to it, man.
It's man. I'm telling you, man. It's what every championship team has, man. I tell people this so many times when it comes to championship teams, man. When you can look at your roster and look there
Hmm.
and look at your depth chart and say, dang, man, he was starting last year.
Yeah.
You got 2 starting D linemen. You got 2 starting DBs. You got LBs for days now.
Hmm.
Next year when you guys lose all that you're gonna lose, guess what you're doing, man? All you're doing is, hey, let me put
Telling the
that
next
put
crop come
put
in.
that piece back there. Now we didn't lose anybody. We lost my teammate, but guess what? I'm gonna put my new teammate in there. We
Oh yeah.
reloading.
That's
That's
it.
crazy,
That's
man.
it.
But that's good, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That's every time. I'm just glad that Alabama is not in it. You know,
Man.
and the thing is, it ain't because I hate seeing them win. It's just I hate the bandwagon fans.
Oh man.
Oh
The
man,
the worst is when you here in Louisiana and you have people coming up to you hollering roll tide that didn't even know that Auburn was located in the state of Alabama.
did
You
they?
know,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like, and then it's like when LSU beats Alabama, it's like, oh, we're gonna see you again. Like they just know it's just set in stone. Oh, we're gonna make it to the playoff again.
No.
And then when Auburn beat them, it was like, oh, you see now, huh? Like you see, it's LSU is for real this year, man. I get it, all the 8 years in a row and all that nonsense. But what they fail to
Yeah.
realize is, hey, it was a point in time where Auburn and Tommy Tuberville was beating them like every
Mm-hmm.
year.
Every year.
Before Saban got there, LSU went on like a 5-game winning streak on
Mm-hmm.
them. So
Yep.
it's like no dynasty. And I'm not saying that they're done because obviously they still got talent and Saban is
They do.
still there and everything. But eventually, they should know eventually it's going to end, man. I mean, we done seen what Nebraska, like we never
Mhm.
thought back in the day Nebraska would have never fall off. I mean, you had the Gators with Spurrier, you had
Mhm.
the Gators with Maya, you had USC with Pete Carroll, the Hurricanes. I mean, all these teams eventually came down to the pack,
Came down,
you
man.
know.
But
So it's gonna happen,
but
you know.
but I'll tell you what those teams didn't have that's happening. They didn't have a LSU in the same region. They didn't have a Auburn in the same division. They didn't
Right.
have that. There's Georgia's on that side, and these other teams. This conference about to be ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it is, man. And then A&M, man, I think A&M will be a lot better next year, man.
Mm,
Jimbo got some good recruiting classes coming up, man.
mm.
Georgia, of course. I think eventually they'll change their offensive philosophy and,
Lush.
become better. Mullen is an amazing coach. He just needs a couple of more recruiting classes.
Yeah.
And I mean, man, I like what I seen out of y'all down the stretch, man. I felt like y'all played Alabama real tough, man. And the way everything started kind of shaky, and then for y'all to turn it around, man, the way y'all did and ending the way y'all did and getting to a bowl game, I think that
Huge.
speaks volumes on what Jeremy Pruitt did with y'all program.
Mm-hmm. Most
Which
definitely.
speaking of, man, I'm gonna say something real quick, man.
Talk to me.
Um, I seen something yesterday that made me very proud, yo. Growing up, man, in St. Martinville, Louisiana, and in a little town called Cade, Louisiana, which is right on the outskirts of St. Martinville. You might have to Google it, man, but it's there. My next door neighbors, man, a guy named Calvin and his sister Renee, she has a son named Trey Amos. And I remember seeing him when he was like 2 and 3 years old, but obviously when everybody get older, they move on and go on to their own endeavors and everything. So I've been following and I've noticed he's been a pretty good football player at his high school. And I even got to see him play this year. And yesterday I noticed he got a letter of intent from the Tennessee Volunteers to play
What?
football, man. And it's amazing. I couldn't wait to let you and Bobby know about that, man.
Oh,
Now,
snaps, man.
I'm telling you, this guy, he's an amazing athlete, man, a two-sport athlete. He's listed as an athlete, but I think he's more of a cornerback on the
Okay.
next level. Tall, long, athletic, got great speed. He was actually an all-state MVP at quarterback in a championship game and a couple of years ago at cornerback.
Wow.
So he's a very versatile player, man. And the guy, Derek Stingley, the freshman corner that LSU has, well,
Yes.
his high school career ended because Trey Amos' team went over there last season and knocked them out of the playoffs, yo.
Okay.
So
So,
that just goes to show you, man, the guy, then when I watch him on the sideline, man, he's a humble kid. That his teammates love him. He comes from a great family. Just amazing, man. Now, I don't know if he gonna go to Tennessee or not. He got his decision to make, and I ain't trying to sway nobody no way or anything, man. But
let's go and convert them, man. It's all good, man. Tell them what's up with the Volunteer Roadshow, man. Tell them, we got people over here, man. Hey, I'm saying, hey, tell them, hey, Uncle Billy up here, man. We'll take care of you, baby.
yeah, but hey, if he indeed does decide to go up there to Knoxville, man, I definitely will put in the word, man, to him and his mom and his uncle, man, that it's y'all got a great thing going up there, man. Y'all have a great fan base, passionate fan base, great tradition. It just made me feel good, man, to know that, y'all offering him, man, because he's a really good athlete and a very good player and an even better young man, man. So shout out to Trey Amos, man, and his mom Renee, his uncle Calvin, and his grandfather Calvin, and his grandmother Renee, and the whole Washington family, man. Just a great kid, man. Just wanted to let you know about him. in case he goes there.
Well, hey, I'm going to have to check him out anyway, man. Sure. You know what I'm saying? You got his phone number. Let me call him real quick. Oh, but that's what's up, man. That's good to know, man. Sure. Hey, I didn't even know about that, but that's great. Sure, man. Hey,
Yes,
that's
man.
what's
Yeah,
up,
man.
man.
Big time player, man.
Hey, maybe you
Big
convert the.
time, versatile, man.
We
Very
might. You
versatile, man.
know what I'm saying? I might be able to get you one of these hats, then, man. You can straighten up the L and the S, and then you make it a VFL, baby.
Oh man, that's what's
That's
up, man.
most definitely, man. Well, hey, man, I am glad you came on, man. And I've been wanting to get you up here, man, and talk about LSU, man. But I was trying to wait to the end till we got closer to the big game.
Right,
And
right.
because I was wanting to do a at the end of the year how our picks went based on how many games we thought they was gonna win and stuff. But it came out better on your end. Mine came out exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Actually, I'm lying. I said 10-2, man. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
should have been
you
10.
told me Burrow.
We should have
You
had
told me
10.
Burrow was gonna get that Heisman too. You did tell me that, man. You did let me know that, man.
Man,
Shout out to you on that one, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, dude. It's written in stone, man. It was you guys just don't understand how loaded y'all was, man. It was
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
team that I kept telling people about they was not talking about. Nobody's
Mm-hmm.
talking about it. And just like right now, there's one team that nobody's talking about in this playoff. That's Clemson.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, guys, talking
Yeah.
about they ain't playing no schedule. It's not their fault that they have that schedule.
Man, I tell you, man. Me personally, I think they're gonna let Ohio State have it, man.
Man, they about to put on. Hey,
Like, I think they're about to let them have it, man.
What did I been telling you guys, man? Defensive line players where it's at, man. When my position coach went down there and put that recipe in down there.
Right.
When Dan Brooks went down to Clemson, he went there and put that recipe in for that D-line. That D-line has not changed a bit. And if you don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep doing what he taught you how to do.
That's it, man.
That's the key to success, man. I'm telling you.
Those guys are amazing, man. Dabble, another guy, man, just done an amazing job over there at Clemson. Their running back, Travis Etienne, he's from Jennings, Louisiana, which is, not too far from where I'm from, Those receivers, man, like, like you say, the defense, they got the Buckets Award winner in Isaiah Simmons, who just looks like an athletic freak out there, man. I mean, like, how can a guy that big move that fast, man?
Ooh, that's scary.
That's amazing.
Ooh, that's scary, man.
And most importantly, they battle tested. They've been through the wars. Unlike LSU or Oklahoma. Well, Oklahoma been there last year, even though it was a different quarterback. But Jalen been there. But, with a little bit of Oklahoma, LSU and Ohio State, we haven't been there. So Clemson has, they went through the whole wars of winning the championship. And they have, like you said, a disrespect card. Like, man, I heard someone say the other day, which I thought was very interesting, man, and it made me think. They said, what if we had this old BCS system when it was only 2 teams got in? Because remember, like in, was it 2004 when you had USC, Oklahoma, and Auburn?
Yep.
And Auburn got left out and had to go to the Sugar Bowl. Who would you have left out this year? Like, there are 3 now. Would people really have left Clemson out, an undefeated defending national champ?
No.
Would you have left Ohio State out, who people have been telling me all year is the most complete team? Or would you have left out of LSU, who had just a murderer's row of a schedule and went through it unblemished? So, it's everybody got lucky that we got a 14 playoff this year, man, because you couldn't have none of those teams missing it, man.
Yeah, you couldn't, man. And that's why I want them to change the playoff system just a little bit, man.
Right.
I want them to switch it to an 18 situation or a 16 team, and let's get rid of some of these bowl games because there's too many. Man, there's 39 bowls. 39 bowls. That's
Man,
more than what?
I don't even
See,
keep
that's
up with all of
almost
them.
that's
No,
almost
man.
70. That's
It's
almost
just too many,
70%.
man. Like you said,
70%, almost 70% of the D1 schools get to go to a bowl game.